Welcome Transformer fans! My name is Composite Enerjoe and today I'll be bringing you my review of the Transformers Beast Wars Ultra Class Megatron. Yes, here is the iconic Dino Megatron from Beast Wars, and this is the original figure. The original Ultra Class from like 96, 98, something like that. Yeah, here he is in his Tyrannosaurus Rex mode, which I always found it a little weird that the color was purple. I found that to be a very interesting choice. However, on the figure, if you can tell, the purple is really faded, so it almost looks like leathery skin, and the detail helps a lot too on this thing. Just check it out, look at all this detail. This is a very, very nice looking Tyrannosaurus Rex. The green on the back is also a really nice touch. Almost looks like it's supposed to be like camouflage or something. Very nice. I think this color scheme looks a lot better on the toy because it looks more, funny enough, it looks more realistic than it did on the show, because the show was like a very bright purple, which looked very weird for a dinosaur. And as you can tell, this guy's actually pretty long because every time I turn him around, it keeps smacking my wall with its tail. Yeah, it's a very nice figure. In terms of posability, there really isn't much. Like, you have, you can open and close the jaw, and his tiny little T-Rex arms are on ball joints. So, you know, you can do stuff with that. The legs, and you kind of have a bend at the knee a little bit, and some up and down on the toes. But that's pretty much it. Nothing I can do with this gap. It is an old figure. No matter what I do, this gap won't close. It doesn't show it on this side. This side gives me a problem. Not really much I can do there. But yeah, Dino Megatron. Now I will say this: this is the original figure that not only from the 90s, but also the one that I had as a kid. I didn't have Optimus, but I did have this Megatron, which is cool. But as you can see, over time, I lost some of his accessories. I'm missing his two missiles, which I'll show off in robot mode. His red tongue, which well, I'm missing the panel for this. I'm missing the tongue piece for this, which is also the squirt gun. Which, how it worked is that it took the place of his tongue. Like, you put it here in his throat, and then when you fill it with water, whenever you pulled open the head, it would start shooting, start squirting water. It was a neat little feature. I remember using it a couple times, but then I just lost it. I lost the tongue, which really bothered me. I don't remember what happened to this panel here, but I lost that too. The missiles I lost, and oh, the pieces for his mutant mask, I remember removing it and tossing them away because I didn't like how they looked. It looked really weird, so I didn't do that because it looked like it gave his robot mode like these huge bat wings. It looked so weird, so I think I do remember specifically taking them off and throwing them away because I didn't like them. Boy, am I regretting all of those decisions. I wish I didn't lose all of the other pieces for this guy, but, you know, dumb kid, what can you do? It just happens. I do remember that as I got older, I did take better care of my figures. When I started showing off a lot more of my older ones, my later figures that I got. But Megatron here, unfortunately, suffered quite a bit in terms of losing pieces. But that's enough about the Dino mode. Is Beast mode. Let's get on with Transformation, which is kind of straightforward. And I think, as I mentioned before in my Primal review, that the Transformation is based off of the Transformation in the show, which is really cool. So what was the first step? First thing you do, you come over here and you pop and you separate these pieces. And then me lift this up because he's gonna get a little tall. Because Ultra Class is, should I mention it before? I've already mentioned it before, but Ultra Class is not a common thing anymore. Ultra Class is a size class that isn't in use anymore, which I would like if they brought it back. But it's bigger than a Voyager, smaller than a Leader, and I think during this time was Ultra Class what a Voyager would eventually replace. No, that would be Mega Class. That was another thing. Forget I said anything about that. So yeah, you pop that open, then you come down here, and then you just, well, you're supposed to pop these open. and then close this part out and extend it out just for a clearance. And then you rotate this, reveal his head, and then you connect it back here. Hold on. No, it's supposed to, like, hold on, straighten out his legs. Fold out these bits backwards. And then you rotate this. That doesn't look right. No, hold on. It's supposed to be like this. Rotate them like that. Whoops. So fold these arms back for clearance. Fold this panel back. Lift up, and then it's like sort of accordion in there. But then when you lift up the head, you can just connect it back there. There's like 4 pegs and like clips for back here. And then you straighten them up. Forward the legs. You can adjust these things. Like you can't extend these out. And I think I like having them out like well, like that, backwards, so it doesn't get in the way. That way you can have them aiming forward. And these, well, I'll explain what these are. And then you come back here and you take out his take out the heel. Oh, not all the way back, but like far enough so that it just connects. Take out the heel, and then just adjust the arms. Oh. Take this back, fold it down. You have a 1 arm, and then his T-Rex arm just fold down. Then is that it? Feels like I'm missing something, or is it just that simple? Then for this, you can, oh, it has to be all the way back. And there you go. That's it. Not too complicated. A lot of Beast War figures weren't too complicated in terms of a transformation, but here he is. Here is Dino Megatron. Like I said, he's supposed to have a mutant mask back here that connects here. But when you had it open to reveal his robot head, they were like really long bat wings, so I just removed them and tossed them. I did not like them. And here he is. And speaking of head sculpt, check out that head sculpt. That is show accurate. That is a very, very nice Megatron scowl. Very nice. That's a head sculpt. That is a very nice head sculpt. And yeah, it's just very nicely detailed. It looks like Dino Megatron. Very nice. These do kind of get in the way, but I think on the show he had them like this as well. He had them open. Although I think on the show they were sort of shrunk, but it doesn't matter. Here is a Dino Megatron, and it's a pretty solid figure. It's in terms of articulation, he's got a ratchet on this arm and on that arm as well, a ratchety joint. Can go in and out. He's got a hinge here, so he can bend. He has an elbow here, and the head is free opening since I don't have the tongue piece. So there you go. This one is the same. Oh, it also has a swivel there. There's a swivel up here, a bend at this one. He also has like an extra hinge thing here, which is for his attack feature, which I'll show off after I'm done with articulation. Oh, this thing opens up. It's on his little ratchet, so it opens up his little tail arm thing. And his head is on a ball joint. So it's on a ball joint. Say, oops, careful with that popping open. When I say swivel, has the elbow here, hand can open and close. Well, tail claw can open and close, and can go in and out, but that's a feature which I'll show later. His legs, well, he does have his backpack, his back cable kind of gets in the way, but he does have a waist swivel. These are cannons. His hip guns are also on like these soft ratchets. They can also extend in and out, but they're on ratchets, so they go 360. I like having them be up and in like so. And legs are not on ball joint. They're on universal. They're on like universal ratchets. So forward, back, in, out. Swivel there at the knee, bend at the knee, and a slight up and down at the toe. So yeah, he's got quite a bit of articulation, even though he doesn't really have any hands. Just that. There we go. So he doesn't really have hands. Like I said, for his hip launchers, they're supposed to come out like so, and they're supposed to be like these two sort of anchor-looking missiles that you plug in, and then you press these buttons to fire. I lost those, but that's where they would be on his hip guns. Then his right arm is where the squirt gun would be. Like I said, when you open them, open the mouth, it would be squirting the water from the squirt gun tongue, the squirt tongue. Now for this arm, he does have an action feature. When you pull this, first you have to extend this forward. You have to extend this forward. Pop this open. There you go. Then this, when you pull the whole tail arm forward, this piece will pop out. Then when you push it in and out, you get this sort of a take it from the side, it looked best. A claw grabbing feature. Kind of neat. Nothing too spectacular, but still kind of neat. And anything else worth mentioning? Nope. That's pretty much it. Let me just get him in a pose. And there we go. Nothing else to really say. He's a very solid old figure. Well, he's a very solid figure for being so old. It's just, he's cool. He's awesome. He's Dino Megatron. Like, I wish I had all of his other pieces and accessories that I didn't, lose him or toss him. Wish I had him to show him off, but hey, what happens? It just happens. Sometimes we don't really think things through when we're kids. But yeah, overall, it's a solid figure. The Dino mode's actually really nice. The transformation is straightforward, but fairly show accurate. The robot mode is show accurate and just overall really nice looking. I love that head sculpt. And the features are okay. I wish I had the squirt gun thing to show it off. I wish I had the missiles. As I said, I don't much care for the mutant mask. I'm kind of glad I don't have that because it just gets in the way. And the tail, like a sort of tail claw grabbing gimmick, is okay. I'm glad they gave something for the other hand to do, but it's okay. And that's it. It's a solid figure. I recommend it. If you like Beast Wars figures and you like, you like Beast Wars and you like old Beast Wars figures, I recommend getting Megatron. He's really good. I think most of the show characters were pretty good. No. This particular Megatron figure from the Beast Wars era was actually really good. Was also one of the really good ones. And that's pretty much it. Some trivia or something. In terms of the mold, it's almost like the inverse of Primal, where the Primal mold was used quite frequently. This mold wasn't used that often. I believe it had a slightly darker repaint in the 10th anniversary 2-pack with the 10th anniversary Optimus Primal. And I think the only thing they changed was the repaint and maybe removing the mutant mask. Maybe. I don't exactly remember, but I'm pretty sure that's what they did. The other thing they did was they did repaint this as the Beast Machine's Dinobot T-Rex. Yeah, this mold was repainted. Like, no changes. It was just straight up repainted like red and yellow for the character of T-Rex for the Beast Machine's line. And that's it. Nothing else to really say. He's another oldie but goodie figure. He's just really great and solid. 2 thumbs up. Nothing else to really say. So yeah, this has been my review of the Transformers Beast Wars Ultra Class Megatron. This is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out.